अगर आराम से जी ही लिया तो उसमें जीने में क्या मजा है। कुछ तो कीड़ा चाहिए लाइफ में। Usain Bolt.
Okay.
Oh my God, he
Yeah.
is such a god in running.
Yeah.
And my friend met him in Jamaica.
Okay.
And I was like, भाई मुझे बुला लेते हैं, मैं फ्लाइट लेके आ जाती हूँ, इसको
Yeah.
बिठा देते हैं उधर।
Yes.
I love Usain Bolt, and
Yeah.
the thing he does after he
Yes.
is like, you know, God has a plan, and
Yes.
I knew I'm going to win it.
Win.
He's so confident. I
Yes.
love it. But when you're doing a sports, you don't have to be answerable to anyone. For me, the second win was actually this, making the film at this part of my life where you feel like, chalo, बहुत काम किया, ये किया, because I worked throughout, and then you want to relax, retire.
Yeah.
But then I said, no, there is some other purpose of my life, which is not complete as yet. So maybe through the film, I can inspire lots of people.
So one message to motivate people to take up sports. Hi friends, welcome back to Prakhar Talk Sports. Today I am in Dadar. Behind me you can see the iconic Bandra Worli Sea Link. In this episode of Prakhar Talk Sports, I am hosting a phenomenal lady. She is a theatre artist, she is a filmmaker, she is an author, and she is an ultra marathon runner as well. I am privileged to host Mrs. Indra Baikarikar. In this episode of Prakhar Talk Sports podcast, we will be digging deep into the life of Mrs. Indra, what prompted her to write the book The Second Wind. Also, the movie was made on the same book, and we will also discover more on her athletic pursuits as well. So hi ma'am, thank you so much to sparing your time for this episode of Prakhar Talk Sport. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm grateful, I'm thankful.
Okay ma'am, so starting with your athletic journey, I understand that you started running very late in your life.
Yes.
After your 30s.
Yes.
So what prompted you to run?
Yeah. So I started running at the age of 39, and it happened so that I was always into fitness, like some kind of workouts. I used to like doing it. But my daughter started swimming she was, I think, 9 or 10 years old. That's the time when I joined a yoga institute, and there were 2-3 runners. And they asked me, why don't you come and just come for a regular run? If you do it on the treadmill, do it on the road. And I always had that thing of road running is not safe, it is injurious. So, but because of friendship, we used to go to PDP, Priyadarshini Park. They had a coach and we used to just run. And I remember, so I think I started running with them in the month of August. And then I straight away signed for half marathon. That time it was Standard Chartered Mumbai Marathon. So it was a beautiful experience. I had tears in my eyes, and I finished in 2 hours, I think 17 or 20 minutes, half marathon. And I really felt like, oh my God, I've achieved something so outstanding. That feeling doesn't come back again,
Yeah.
sadly. But yeah, so that was the journey that I started. So I had that time, so I used to train, and then there was no looking back.
Okay. So I understand that you have lived in Mumbai for most part of your life, but
Yeah.
you come from Assam.
Yes.
And as we know, the hardcore sports fans would know the state of Assam and many states from eastern India. They are contributing. They're contributing many phenomenal athletes.
Yes.
We have the great example of the Indian weightlifter Mirabai Chanu.
Yes.
We have Mary Kom, who's ma'am's inspiration as well.
Yeah.
We have Lovelina in boxing. So how Assam shaped your childhood? How Assam shaped your childhood, and can you explain to my audience how the women from east and northeast part of India are, why women from east and northeast India are excelling in sports?
Yeah, so when I was in my school days in Assam, I used to play table tennis. So my mom also used to love, she is not from a sports background, but she used to love us doing some sports. And that time we didn't have too much of entertainment and distractions. There was no TV. It came when I was on 10th standard, Delhi Doordarshan. So what that time we had, I was into singing, music, studying, and evening playing TT, and twice going to the coach. So it was, I liked the discipline. Like I didn't have to think, kal kya karu, parso kya karu. So that got me into sports, and I used to even do short distance sprints, school events. That is how I liked running. So, Assam, what happens is these girls are genetically very strong in their head. All Assamese, Northeast. So we have 7 states, as you know,
Yeah.
Manipur, Assam, Imphal, Arunachal. All these women, they are very women-oriented society, and they take charge of their own life, taking care of others. Maybe the land condition, or it's right on the on the corner of the country. So women are inbuilt in them that we have to take care, we have to be strong. So basically, Assamese, Eastern women are very strong. That's what I've seen. That's what they are different from others.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have participated in so many ultra marathons,
Yeah.
marathons, half marathons. So what are some of the life lessons that you have learned from endurance sports and running?
Yeah. So my first ultra marathon was Bangalore Ultra Marathon. Life is Calling. There was an organization, and I participated. And both of the times, I think I did one half, I did another half, then I did a full, and straight away I did a 50 kilometers. So ultra is something beyond 42, beyond the full marathon. So that was in the outskirts. It was Hunnur in Bangalore. I remember, I had really trained well. I was finishing very strong. At the end, what happens? We have loop of 12 kilometers. But since it's jungle, when it's getting late, they cut the loop. It becomes 10, 8, 7. The last 10 kilometer was loop of only 1 kilometer. So in one only, I was going round and round and round. And I remember that time I was questioning myself, was this required to do? I was happy doing a full marathon. I didn't have to try all these stunts. So then I told myself that अगर आराम से जी ही लिया तो उसमें जीने में क्या मजा है, कुछ तो कीड़ा चाहिए लाइफ में. So that's how I learned. And when I finished, I didn't know I was a podium finisher. It was an added bonus. And so ultra marathon teaches you that when time comes, the string is tearing. मतलब हो चुका, now I am giving up. That's the time you just push yourself. You do drag yourself, you push yourself, and then when you finish the line, it's an outstanding, proud also. But at the same time, we feel so grateful and humbled that it was a breaking point in my life, and I just did it. It's a beautiful feeling.
Amazing. Yeah. Okay. So as I said in my introduction, you started running very late in your life, post your 30s.
Yes.
Many people are not blessed with the talent of running very early in their life, and if like you, they have to pick up endurance sports or start running or late in their life. What would your advice be?
So most of us, we always think that we are not that strong. That's not the right thing. We are human, are born to survive. Where there is a fire, where there is something, what is the first instinct? Bhago. So we are inbuilt in this, but because of this, society system where we are sitting all the time, we have a lot of comforts of car and traveling. We don't use all our neuromuscular system. That is where we are lacking behind. And as we are growing in numbers in age, we think we are really growing old. But I feel you grow when you age, when you stop growing in life. Age is just a number all the time. So you can always work on your strength first. Okay, I'm not saying sab chal ke bhagte raho. You can do many other sports, because why it is required? It is something that makes you feel free. मतलब there is no responsibility in the head, back of the head कि ये मुझे करना है, complete करना है, ये task है. There is no such pre-planning except for a training if you are registering for some event or a race. Otherwise, it's such a childlike feeling. It's such a free feeling. Every woman, men, everyone should have a sports in their life. If you wish to run, you can always start. I started at the age of 39, and it's not only me. I know so many women have started really late. So it's just you start with a strength trainer, meet a good coach, and feel like you know, you'll feel like, अरे मैं college चली गई, मेरे पास coach है, मेरे पास nutritionist है. Follow the plan, do the thing. You'll have something to look forward every day.
That's so important to know that age is just a number. It is
Yeah.
just a small little thought in our head, and we can beat that just by our intrinsic motivation.
Yes.
Okay, so from the profile that I read of yours, the numbers could be wrong, but what I read that you have participated in 33 half marathons, 15 marathons, and multiple ultra marathons, which has been the most challenging run or race of your life so far. And what was that experience?
Yeah.
Where it
so-
was and what was the
Yeah,
experience?
so the first one, when I did an ultra marathon, I was doing like, you know, it was a trail, but the first real trail, जिसको बोलते हैं ना, through mountains and jungles, was a Deccan ultra marathon. So it was in the borders in Maharashtra near Nasik. So the thing is that I was not ready for it, and the organizers never disclosed too much of it. What is the route and how is it?
Okay.
So believe me, you know, there is a very famous temple where people go for normal walk and visit the temple. The temple is also on the top. So till the temple, I was in full enthu. You cross a village, you cross some farmlands, and you reach that temple. Then starts the mountain bit. So when I reached that part, I went up and I was wearing my new, you know, they're called Luna sandals, which are not shoes. So I run in sandals nowadays. So I was wearing my sandal, and somehow when I reached up, there was no one all of a sudden, and then there was a valley. So I was running, and then I felt I'm slipping, and I will go down in the valley. That's the end of my life. So I stood cross, and I stood there holding some grass. You know, there were some long grasses, and then one guy comes running, another runner. He said, "What happened?" I said, I'm not leaving this. I'm going to slip and fall down. I don't care the race or anything. I'm on my life.
Okay.
Then he hold my hand. He said, I'll show you how to come. I think you're doing all these trails for the first time. So he showed me a technique. I crossed, ran some way. I said, God is there. God has a plan. Okay. Then we ran some way. Then he vanished. Again, I was on my own. Then I come across another thing. It was boulders. And I could see from far, you know, it's that mountain. There are even those वो fence बना के रखे ताकि कोई गिरे नहीं या boulders गिरे नहीं. And straight is like high, means you will die. So I had to cross these boulders and go there. And I was like, I can't do this. And I was looking up. I said, if you have a plan, please show it. And then one guy comes dancing, a shepherd. Then he said, अरे मैडम क्या हो गया? ऐसे क्या हो गया, तुम इतना भाग रहे हो, मुझे लेकर चलो वहां तक. So then he showed me, आप ऐसे बैठो, ऐसे उठो, बैठो, because you are not from the village, you don't know. Somehow I crossed. Again he vanished, and then I came across that thing, and I was taking some videos for my own self, putting up in the social media, and then I was like, shit, I can't even do this. You know, if I do this, I feel like I'll get a spin and I'll fall. So that was a very tough marathon. When my mom saw it, she was like, उस पे केस कर देना चाहिए जिसने भी ऑर्गेनाइज किया है. इट्स अ डेथ रन. But it taught me a lot. It was a tough run. It was a very tough run. I think next time everybody should be ready कि I have done this kind of trail, because safety comes first in everything.
Yeah.
And another one was the Blue Mountains, which I did in Australia.
Okay.
That was again a 50 kilometer, but that was equal to my 100 kilometers, because we started at 7:30. I finished at 11 o'clock. 7:30 and finished at 7:30 in the night.
Okay. 12
And it
hours.
was, yeah. So
Okay.
it was 12 hours I took, which is a very long time because of the trail. And believe me, it was such a surreal run. The kind of runners I saw running, I saw gods running and coming.
Okay.
They were like, and it was in the land of the Aboriginals.
Okay.
There were no electricity, nothing. So after 5, it was full dark, and in the middle of darkness with our headlights, we were running. It was a pilgrimage for me. It was a beautiful run. It was very tough, but it was something. I mean, I'm grateful that I could do that run.
Do that. So the way you have described the two runs, I almost had those scenes running in front of my eyes, and I'm having goosebumps. So phenomenally described.
Thanks.
Okay, coming to your other pursuits, filmmaking and writing a book. Recently, the book was launched. The book is called The Second Wind. We
Yes.
have the book displayed over here. So talking about these two things, the book and the film both are titled The Second Wind. What happened first? The book, what came first? The book or the movie?
See, when I was writing the story, it's a biopic of two athletes. The story was already there. I had to just script it. So when I was writing with another writer of mine, I had already written some scripts. And then I was thinking, why not make it a book? So it was published first, but it was never released before the film. So it was published first, then the script came out, then the film came out. But if you read the book and if you watch the movie, there is no difference. Everything, scene by scene, is the same. So I thought, give an experience to the audience. If someone has missed the movie, they can read the book. If someone still wants to continue, seeing the film, they can see it through the book.
Yeah.
So that was the idea of writing the book. And I'm coming with another book, which will be another film again.
Wow.
So just working on it. That will be also a long one, 2 hours film. That will be a longer film.
Okay.
It'll take time, but that's what I'm working at now. Yeah.
I'm grateful to have read the book even before the book was officially launched. To those of you who don't know, the book was officially launched at the Read a Kitab Literature Festival that happened at Tidal Waves Bandra on February 28th and March 1st. It was at this literature festival that I had the honor to moderate the book launch of The Second Wind. So really grateful for that opportunity. Okay, and I got, before the book was launched, I got to read the book. Ma'am sent it to me to read. So I read the book. So the book features, the book mentions about, the book and the movie, they feature you, your daughter Mallika, Mayura Shivalkar, another phenomenal athlete, and Nandini Khosla. So could you tell me about these three ladies as well who feature in the book? Jinka mention hai is book mein, with other names, and in the movie they all three have acted. So could you tell me about all these three ladies as well?
Yes. So me and Nandini Khosla, she is from the theatre. That's how I met her. We were from Rangshila Theatres, and we have done lot of theatres together. We've done theatre production together. So that's how I met her, and so we both are fictions in the film. Mayura, she is the actual triathlete, and Mallika, she is the actual swimmer. So Mayura's name was Mayura and Mallika's name was Tilotama in the film. So she is the actual swimmer, and that's how we all gelled well and we met, and that's how we cracked relationship with each other, and it transcended in the film. So everyone looked very real. In fact, after we did our first screening in NFDC in Waves, these two cast were there, and they came ahead and said, wow, very good acting, very good performance. You all are new, but you all don't look. Then Mayura and Mallika was like, we are nowhere any performer or actors. We are athletes. We are the ones that we have shown. So this is a first experiment and a trial where in a film the actual athletes have done their part. I have not taken actors per se. So this is also what I wanted to try, because I felt the emotions and their stories will come out very honestly. So this film is very, very honest. This is the first review that I've got from everyone who's watched the film. The entire Tata Memorial Hospital had come to watch the film, all patients, and they also felt, ma'am, it's such an honest movie. Will we find our second wind, because we are also fighting cancer? He said, of course. And the cast was there. Mayura is a very loving lady. She helps a lot of young kids to come out of it. So it was a beautiful experience. I felt the movie was just made for them.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just curious to know a bit more about Mayura, because her life is very inspiring, and I would want, because you have known Mayura very closely. Both of you are really good friends. So for my audience, why Mayura's life is very inspiring?
So I met Mayura in the year 2014 in one of the full marathons in Mumbai, and she just liked my way of running. She just liked me as a person. On and off we used to meet because she is from Belgaum. So my idea of making the film first was to document few runners, okay, and put their compiled stories. But then somehow I could not match their timing, to get them to shoot or interview. So it wouldn't be a film like how I've made. It would be just basically how we are just asking about a person, their life story, that kind. That didn't happen. That fizzled out. So then I thought Mayura was always very keen in knowing, because she was also one of them. I knew her very close. I knew her story, that she was training for a triathlon, and then she got detected with cancer. She went to the doctor, and doctor said, that you need to take your treatment first. And she's a warrior. She just went and said that I'll first run the triathlon and come, because marna udhar bhi hai, idhar bhi hai. I might as well die what I love doing, So then everything went fine. She took her treatment. She still has a lot of aches and pains. I see her taking medicine. I see her taking care of, going to the physios and all, but she never gives up. She goes for either one of the races she'll go, or she'll just do the cycling, she'll do the swimming, and she supports a lot of runners, a lot of triathletes. That's what she does. Sometimes you may not be actively part of it, but your presence also inspires a lot of people. That's
Sure.
the idea of making the film. So I really go down in front of her. It's very easy for me to say. A person who goes through it. I have another friend going through tough time who's not into sports, but I know the pain they go through. So to come out of it so strongly and then say, look, I have survived, so can you, is the example. So I wish she was here today, but someday we will meet her.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So battling cancer and participating in triathlons, it is a phenomenal achievement in itself. And talking about triathlon, I have featured another triathlete on my YouTube channel. His name is Huafrid Bilimoria. You can watch his interview. I am sharing the link of the interview somewhere above. You can click the interview and watch Huafrid's interview. Huafrid's story is an inspiration in itself. Okay, so moving on, talking about your movie, it got screened at Cannes Film Festival. It is one of the biggest film festivals in the world. So, how was the experience of screening the festival going all the way to Cannes and featuring it in front of such a wide audience?
Yeah, Cannes was never in my plan. It was because I missed the date of submission where you actually submit film for selections. But when the film got released, so I was a member of Indian Motion Picture Association, and the president called and said that, why don't you come as a part of the Indian festival where we have booths and when we have market screening. So I said, why not? And we said, we'll first give the letter and give a content and a link of your film. If the festival organizers agree, you get a letter and you get the visa and you can come. So we all got the visa, the entire cast, 4 of us, we went. And it was a beautiful experience. The other, from US, from other places, I think she was from New Zealand or Australia. So they came and they liked the film. They took the link of the film and they said, we want to promote the film in our festivals, because Australia and New Zealand is a place of runners and they really like that concept. It was a great experience. I got to see a lot of good films. I got to visit a lot of good filmmakers. So yes, this is not the end, because I had not submitted a film. So I'm yet to submit next film. Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Okay. So talking about the title of the book and the movie, it's called The Second Wind.
Yeah.
So what does the phrase The Second Wind means to you personally?
Yeah. So if you see literally, second wind is a term used mainly in sports. So it's like a fresh, a breath of fresh air after you've really got tired and you just hold yourself back and you say, okay, chalo, this is my next part of the match or of the run or of anything, and I'm going to put up all my best energy back to it. So it's, for me, literally why I thought of the name The Second Wind was because it was kind of a second chance. So we all have phases in life. We all feel ki, bolte na, second episode of my life has started. Some people say post 50 my second life starts. Some people say something has happened, like drastic, something where I fell down and then I got my life back again. So because the story talks about 2 athletes, one of them had a fallout in her swimming career, one had a fallout in her in her health. So they came back, they got back, and they again renewed their life. For me, the second win was actually this, making the film at this part of my life where you feel like, chalo, bahut kaam kiya, ye kiya, because I've worked throughout, and then you want to relax, retire. But then I said, no, there is some other purpose of my life, which is not complete as yet. So maybe through the film, I can inspire lots of people whom verbally and I can't meet, Mayura can't meet. So the film is shown in a lot of airlines. So believe me, I will show you, I'll send you the text.
Yeah.
There was a lady who was suffering from cancer. She
Okay.
was traveling Cathay Pacific. The film
Okay.
was shown in Cathay Pacific.
Okay.
Somehow she saw the film.
Okay.
She found Mayura's name from somewhere. The second when she typed,
Yeah.
she messaged Mayura on Facebook
Okay.
because she was the patient who had
Yeah.
this. So she said, you know what, I'm coming to India for a treatment and I'm coming to visit a temple.
Okay.
And I've lost faith. After I saw this film, I know I'm going to go back healthy. I know I'm going to go back with full faith.
Yes.
Mayura sent me that click,
Yeah.
said, Indira, we have achieved what we wanted.
Hmm.
She'll go and tell 10 more people, you know, no, life is not like this.
Hmm.
It can't be like you can give up. So what? We have cancer.
Hmm.
It was, I have all the text.
Wow.
It was so beautiful, that feeling. I was like, good. So airlines are showing, few airlines are showing the film.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great feeling.
Although I've read the book, but I'm now the way the ma'am has described the movie and a lot of people that the movie is inspiring. I'm now eager to watch the movie as well. Someday soon, sure, I get the opportunity to watch the movie as well. Okay, which sports personalities have inspired you in your life?
So a lot of runners have inspired me. There's a runner called David who is from New Zealand. So when I was running for the first time, first of all, I will not forget my daughter has inspired me.
Yeah.
Okay, Mallika.
Sure.
When she was swimming, she was very young. She had a lot of choices to not swim and do something what other normal kids would do, like staying late, going to friends' place for night outs, eating junk. But then she really had that grit. She still has it because you know, once you have it, you just have it. Maybe not in sports, but in your work, it shows. So she had that grit, and I used to. That time I was a different person. We were very much into sports, like, you know, utho 4 baje, so jao 10 baje tak. So I don't know whether I did the right thing, whether I was a very tough mom, but I think what she has come out as a person, disciplined, what she takes up in her hand, she does it, she completes it. She has we all have a lot of issues, like temper, kabhi kaam nahi hua, so then we feel sad, we feel like bas khatam ho gaya, but she holds herself back. She's a very wise person as per her age. So she is my first inspiration. Secondly is this guy David, whom I saw. Yes, Ben Johnson
Okay.
was a big inspiration.
Yeah.
Sadly, when I came to know that he used to take steroids
Yeah.
and his medals had
Yeah.
been taken, but
Yeah.
I said, "वो भूल जाओ." Still, what he played, what he strided, the
Yes.
way he moved
Yeah.
was very
Phenomenal.
good, phenomenal. Usain Bolt,
Okay.
oh my God, he
Yeah.
is such a god in running.
Yeah.
And my friend met him in Jamaica.
Okay.
And I was like, भाई मुझे बुला लेते हैं, मैं फ्लाइट लेके आ जाती, इसको
Yeah.
बिठा देते हैं उधर.
Yes.
I love Usain Bolt, and
Yeah.
the thing he does after he
Yes.
is like, you know, God has a plan, and
Yes.
I knew I'm going to win it.
Win.
He's so confident. I
Yes.
love him.
Yeah. The aura that he carries
It's so
is
good.
so good.
Yes,
Like
yes.
when he is on the track, I've watched so many of Usain Bolt's races, and he is an inspiration for me as well.
Yeah.
Just his mere presence, he just by his sheer mere presence, he knows that he's going to win. Not here, not left, not right. He is going to win that race. He's going to shatter the records. He is born for running, and that's why he is still
Yes.
many years after him finishing his athletic career as well. He still holds the record
Yeah.
in world records in 100
Yeah.
meter and
Yeah.
200 meter races as well.
Yeah, another player that I'm very inspired is Lee Chong Wei. He's an ex-Malaysian badminton player. So I just read interview, I saw it in YouTube, I think. He was talking that how is it possible that every year, whenever he used to come, he used to win with so much of confidence. He said he used to visualize before he used to actually land on the ground to play that he's lost the match.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Very
so we
interesting.
always visualize I'm winning or
Yeah.
I'm doing it. So he said, I already saw the thing that scares me, which is losing for a match.
Okay.
So I have already accepted that I've lost it. Now what is there to fear? So I used to land
Wow.
like a lion, fearless.
Yeah.
That's how I used to do it.
Okay.
So
that's,
people find their way.
that's very interesting.
Very
I've
interesting.
read enough on sports, and
Yeah.
there's always this emphasis to think positively,
Yeah.
to always see yourself on the podium, to always see yourself winning that medal.
Yeah.
But as ma'am said, this is a kind of a reverse psychology, to see yourself losing, having lost everything, and then you approach the match or approach whatever you are doing in your life with a fearless attitude that you have nothing to
Exactly.
lose. Very interesting.
Yeah.
And I will really, and now it has made me curious to read more on
Yeah,
Lee
you
Chong-wei. I
asked.
knew about Lee Chong-wei, but
Yeah.
knowing about this way of thought process, it has made me curious. Okay, wrapping up this interview with
Yeah.
a very interesting segment, rapid fire.
Yeah.
By now, I have understood that you are phenomenal runner. You are very quick, but in this rapid fire segment, I won't give you much time to think about these questions. You
Cool.
have to be very quick.
Okay.
Okay, favorite city to run?
Blue Mountains. I mean, Australia was beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. Red carpet or start line?
Start.
Where you feel most excited?
Start line.
All right. Beyond running, one sport that you wish that you pursued?
Yeah, I think it would be boxing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it because you are inspired by Mary Kom?
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
I
yes.
read in another
I
interview.
really love it, but it's
Yeah.
just that no, I can't do it.
Okay. Self-doubt, fear, or expectation? Toughest opponent to beat?
Self-doubt.
Okay. Books or movies?
Movies.
All right. One word that your friends might use to describe you?
Inspirational.
All right. Okay. So to finally wrap this interview, I would want you to answer two questions. Firstly, why should women or girls take up sports?
Oh yeah, because पहले से ही I think women also feel कि I'm a woman, I'm weaker. Firstly तो just break that thing. हाँ ठीक है, जैसे जैसे बनाया है बने हैं हम लोग physically, God has made us like that, but it's not that we are weaker. We have a strong point. We are very technically correct in the sense when we do some judgments and we play a sports, we are very right. We focus very well. And plus, see, you give birth to a child. So, what more do you need a proof that you are strong, right? So, do sports to get focus in your life, discipline in your life, and that attitude कि मुझे हर time जीतना ही है. It's always very important to lose, to value that what winning is all about, and even to empathize with the other person कि हम सब मेहनत करते हैं. So, we all have our days, some good days, some not so good days. But the idea is to play a sports, be free, involve a lot of people, inspire a lot of people. Women should play any sports.
Okay, and one message to beyond girls to any aspiring person who wants to take up endurance sports, running, or just any sport. Being in sport is always good. So one message to motivate people to take up sports.
So see, what happens is when you go to office or when you're going to a college, there is someone behind you. There is someone that you have to be answerable to. But when you're doing a sports, you don't have to be answerable to anyone. You, your sports, and you. So this is your time. You will feel so confident when you're doing any sports. You will feel like you have kind of achieved the world. So do some sports. You look good. You'll have a great physique. You will be more confident. And what else do you need in life to survive?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. That was my conversation with Mrs. Indra Baikerekar. She's a writer, she's a movie maker, she's a phenomenal athlete in herself. How did you like this conversation? Please do let me know in the comment section below. Follow Mrs. Indra. She has her Instagram account as well. She has multiple Instagram accounts from what I understand. Book के नाम से एक Instagram account है. She has her own personal Instagram account as well. Show your love and support for the book. It is very difficult being in this industry, being in the field of writing. I know writing extracts a lot of mental energy from you. So penning a book in itself is a difficult challenge. So make sure that you pick up the book. It will act as your small dose of inspiration, and whenever you get the chance to watch the movie as well. I hope this conversation has inspired you, and if anything from what you have learned, drop your comments in the comment section below. And before I finish the conversation, I have a small ritual for every pot after I finish the conversation. Ma'am, could you please sign my small autograph diary?
Oh my God.
Yes, and leave a message for me.
Okay.
For all my guests,
Okay.
I reach out to them and they
Thank
leave
you.
a message for me and
Super.
they sign this as well.
Alone to a cake when the two goodbye true. The every young's been lost up in ways of Lord view. That Zion have redo, but in kept to me. And let your wonder shine, thank God I see that.
Thank
So the
you.
message is lots of love and blessing. Keep helping and keep inspiring.
Inspiring.
Love, Indra Baikerekar. That's 10/3/2026 today's date. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.